Jane Unchained, live outside the Farmer John Pig Slaughterhouse in Vernon, outside downtown Los Angeles. Despite these bucolic images of happy pigs, the protesters who are right down the street, and you will see them in a moment, argue that these pigs who are killed by the thousands and thousands here at the Farmer John Pig Slaughterhouse live in institutionalized torture and likely only see the light of day poking their eyes through holes in the trucks that are leading them to slaughter. They find this mural highly offensive and misleading, as if these pigs live in grass, which they certainly don't. They think an obscenity for Farmer John to paint this false portrait of what the animals slaughtered here live like. And here are the protesters. This is the march to end all slaughterhouses. And their message to so-called animal lovers is, why love one but eat the other? If you're a dog owner who says you love animals, but you are killing pigs, who, by the way, have a higher IQ than dogs, they're asking you to consider what you're really doing.
Another world is possible!
And that another world is possible.
Another world is possible!
And asking you to stop the violence.
Another world is possible!
People here don't blame the workers.
Another world is possible!
They actually feel the consumers who order the hit are the ones to blame.
Another world is possible!
As we quickly go past some of these protesters, it's a sizable protest here, organized by Ellen Erickson, who is here, and we're going to hear from her in a moment. This is a skyrocketing, exploding movement as millennials particularly go vegan in droves and don't accept the argument that meat is a necessity. Everybody here, and some people are holding their noses because it smells. It's the stench of death as thousands are killed behind these closed doors, these closed gates. But the millennials who don't eat meat and dairy are saying with increasing vigor that there is no need to kill animals to survive. And this is a bilingual demonstration. Cierren los mataderos, carne es crueldad. Meat is cruelty. Stop murdering my friends, says another.
Humans and animals! They're all equal! Humans and animals! They're all equal!
And the effort of these folks to let the public know, but also the meat producers know, that the world is changing and that the business world should get hip to the fact that the world is going to go vegan right under their noses, and they need to realize it. Mainstream media does not cover these stories, you may notice. There is no mainstream media coverage here today. There's no mainstream media coverage of massive demonstrations. You say, of course, right?
Of course.
Of course. It's an oppressive system, and they're part of the oppression.
Of course, part of the oppression, just like the women, children, other races, animals, it's all form of oppression, and we have to stop all of that.
Thank
If
you.
we don't stop killing animals, we are always going to have racism and oppression on most innocent people.
Thank you. And what this lady's talking about is the commonality of exploitation. As long as one is oppressed, we are all oppressed, according to Martin Luther King. That's his famous statement. And those who see these murals just are aghast, saying, how dare you describe these pigs in these bucolic terms and paint a picture of them roaming the fields, when indeed they suffer in what these folks call institutionalized torture machines. We have the police here, and again, a very, very sizable demonstration outside Farmer John's. And By the way, we invite anyone from Farmer John's to come on Jane Unchained and talk to us at any time. Yes. Oh, hey, Alexandra Paul is here. Now, as you see this mural that shows happy pigs running around, when many describe how they actually live as institutionalized, industrialized torture, what runs through you as a leading animal activist?
This is what the animal ag industry would like us to believe happens with these animals, and it's the exact opposite. Anybody who's doing anything with honor doesn't need to try and put little happy little pictures up. The only reason these happy pictures are here is because what's going on inside is horrible.
And do you think that the industry has a sense of how things are changing, how so many millennials are just really saying no to this entire system of industrialized, institutionalized torture? Are they going to be caught by surprise, just as the shopping malls were caught by surprise by Amazon, for example?
Well, there's a lot of information out in the business world about how non-animal products that are just taking over and earning so much more money right in those mainstream groceries where these people used to have such dominance. So I think they're scared. I think they're scared, and they're scared of people like us, which is why they fight our presence and our...
And yeah, we're getting a lot of honking. It seems like the public sentiment has changed. So many in the public are honking.
Yeah, I don't think people think animal rights activists are as fringe as they used to feel that we are. Now they understand, because of the internet, they can see the videos, and the ones that you put on, Jane, they can see the truth, and so they understand what's going on. A lot of them haven't been moved to change, but it's a slow process for a lot of people.
Well, thank you, Alexandra Paul, for all the amazing work you do for animals, and we were so happy just now to talk to Alexandra Paul, who is, you may remember her from Baywatch and from Dragnet and many movies, but she's also an incredible activist and documentary film producer.
Justice for animals! 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 Justice
And again, a bilingual demonstration with some of the signs in Spanish.
Justice for animals! Justice for animals! Justice for animals! Justice for animals! Stop all oppression! Join the revolution! 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 Stop all oppression! Join the revolution!
This is a photo of two actually happy pigs, but they did not come unless they were rescued from the factory farming system. This is a farm animal rights movement here. There are many organizations represented, and we can show you these happy pictures, but do not kid yourself to think that this is how pigs live in industrialized farms. It's really torture. It's torture, and it's got to end. There are many signs here that ask us to think. You know, so many people say, bacon. But what if your bacon had a face? And again, you know, pigs have a higher IQ than dogs. They have the emotional development of 3-year-old children. And so you see sometimes the pictures of these pigs, and I have seen them in person doing visuals here outside Farmer John's, where you see them as they are moments away from slaughter. And I got to tell you, it's absolutely heartbreaking. So the folks here consider this animal slavery. Did you make this sign, or what was your message?
Well, I just wanted to get it across that it doesn't matter whether you're
human or an animal. At the end of the day, you know, we're all equal. We all suffer. We're all capable of feeling pain and being oppressed, and that's why I just want to get out the message that it's time to end animal slavery.
What would you say to the big companies that make tons of money off this? Do you think that the millennials, young people like yourself, and look, whoever's honking there, they're supporting. There's a lot of support from people. Do you think that they're kind of slow to pick up on the world is changing?
Of course, yeah. A lot of the things, I'm always hearing people saying like, oh, this generation, this and that, but to be honest, I feel like this generation has the capacity to change the world, along with a bunch of other generations, and I think it's really amazing that, you know, we all come from different generations and we're all coming together to fight for the same cause.
Thank you so much. And again, we do have people, we have children, we have seniors, we have young people, we have people from every walk of life, every ethnic, racial background, every sexual orientation. I mean, this is an absolute diverse crowd of people. And their one theme is a very serious one, that meat is murder. And they're asking people who feel that they're good people, who feel they're family people, who feel that they care, and they take care of their own children, to think and expand that circle of compassion beyond just their immediate family or their dogs and cats to other beings, especially when it's been established today that slaughter is unnecessary, that we can all live very healthy lives without eating meat and dairy products. In fact, processed meat is officially determined to be cancer-causing. And that's how most people eat pigs, by the way. They eat ham, they eat pork, they eat bacon and ham, for example, are processed meats. The World Health Organization has labeled processed meats carcinogenic. So there's also the environmental angle. I'd love to see that, yes, there's where do you get your protein? There's plenty of protein in vegetables. But let's see the other side, on the other side, because that's very important. If you care about greenhouse gases, livestock accounts for 51% of greenhouse gases, far beyond all transportation combined. And you can see the film Cowspiracy, and also World Bank economists made that determination, and the United Nations has also weighed in on the very, very negative effects of meat production on the climate. So for moral reasons, for environmental reasons, for health reasons, these folks are saying, hey, there is another world that is possible. Truth is unstoppable. Perhaps my favorite poster of the day. It has an eye of a dog, and on the other side, the eye of a cow going to slaughter. And the terror in the eye of this cow is palpable. And yet why? Why show kindness and compassion to one and not the other? Please think about that. What would you say to people who love dogs, who have dogs? Most Americans consider themselves animal lovers, but then they go and eat bacon and ham, and they pick up a piece of chicken at the supermarket, or they order a fajito with chicken or a wrap or a sandwich, and they don't think twice.
I would say they'd have some soul searching to have to do.
Imagine your dinner is your dog. Can you imagine that?
Yes, of course. Yes. Why love one and eat the other? All right. Jade Unchained here outside Farmer John's in Vernon, which is right outside downtown Los Angeles. And we are going to continue our coverage of the march to close all slaughterhouses, which is underway here, and we're going to have some speeches in a moment, and we will bring you the very latest. This is a growing movement. Those of you who are investors, for example, Tyson Foods invested in Beyond Meat. Some of the leaders of industry, like Bill Gates, has said the future of food is vegan. The head of Tyson has said the future of food may be meatless. The planet cannot sustain, right now, over 7 billion, soon 9 billion humans consuming hundreds of billions of animals every year. It's the most inefficient use of food in the planet. If you took all the food that you feed in the United States, 9 billion animals, and fed it directly to people, we could end world hunger. So, for humanitarian reasons alone, try to think beyond your immediate family. Your kids don't need meat and dairy to survive. There are many people now who have grown up without ever touching either one, and they're healthier than the general population. Reporting live from the march to close all slaughterhouses outside a pig slaughterhouse near downtown Los Angeles, Jane Velez Mitchell for Jane Unchained.